Welcome to How to RC. We're working on the Capricorn project. I just mixed up some epoxy, and I'm going to epoxy the motor mount on the front of our motor nacelle. I also drilled the motor mount and stuck some small pieces of carbon rod through it to give it a more physical bond with the foam nacelle than you would otherwise get with just the epoxy. We were doing this on the Polaris. Okay, so I'm going to line up my motor mount right where I want it. And then, okay, now I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy around the edges of the motor mount. And I'm going to kind of try to paint the front of the motor mount with epoxy. This is a seaplane after all. It's going to get wet. So I'm just protecting the plywood from water. When the epoxy sets up, I'll sand this all up nice and smooth. Alrighty, so if you keep up with the other forum articles and read the instructions, you'll see that they're still running the motor at a 4-degree angle. 4 degrees? Yeah. So the motor mount is tilted up at 4 degrees in relationship to the basic fuselage. So it's like this at 4 degrees, which isn't very much. The motor mount is about 1.5 inches square, and I'd say that between square and 4 degrees, it's probably around 1/8 of an inch or less. Yeah, it's more than 1/16 and less than 1/8 from square. Top is set back just a little bit. If you already put yours on and it's square, you can probably add a couple of little washers behind the motor and shim it out. No big deal. This. Let me zoom out a little bit. This is a wing brace. They've decided that the wings have been breaking right here where this main brace comes in, and there's so much flex in here that they're getting breaks in this piece. So they're adding a 6mm piece here. The one I saw was triangular. And I suppose it doesn't make a whole lot of difference whether you mount it like this or like this. They would both give you a whole lot more strength in this part of the wing. Been working on control rods. Just drop something. Let's hope it's not biting. We'll talk about them in a second. The other thing I did was I drilled through my floats and added this brace. Some people have got them way out here. Some people have added another one back in the stern. I had this piece of 1/4-inch dowel from a balsa model that I replaced it in the other model with a carbon spar. I didn't have a spar this long, so I used the dowel. I just put some Gorilla Glue on it and kind of twirled it as I put it in, and then twirled as I stuck it back into this end. I got to clean it up a little bit, but it certainly does add a whole lot of rigidity to this plane. Okay, now